In this video, we will talk about why support becomes resistance and why resistance becomes support. So, in the previous video, we have discussed multiple things. We have discussed three things: uptrend, downtrend, sideways market. We have discussed how much time the market spends in which phase, and then we discussed support and resistance. So, now we are going to talk that why the support becomes resistance and why the resistance becomes support. It's a simple concept and it is more related to the market psychology than to the technical analysis. So what happens is, I think everyone has heard this line that sell at resistance and buy at support, because the market is going to turn at resistance. So everyone is selling and buying at support. So everyone, this is basic knowledge. I think even beginners know this. But the problem with this is that the market makers also know this. They know that everyone is going to sell at the resistance level. So when everyone has identified, okay, so let's say the market went up like this, it came down, then it went up again, and it came down. Now I think 90% of the market knows already that this is a resistance zone. So next time it comes, there is more selling. Everyone is selling at this area. This area. I mean, not maybe at these 2 points. Not a lot of people are selling, because now at the first, this is the first instance when the people have identified that this area is a resistance area. So the third time it comes, there is again selling. But the problem is the market makers know that everyone is selling at this point. So what happens is, selling, or those who already have positions, are closing their positions. So what happens is, when this support, when this resistance is broken, now all those people who sold, who have positions in futures or options or anything, short positions, they are trapped. And what they want to do is get out of their position. And how do you get out of a short position? Everyone knows that answer: you buy. To get out of a short position, you need to close your trade by buying. So as soon as the market comes back, everyone will start to close their position. So the market will go up again. This is one point. This is the first point, why the support, why the resistance will now act as a support. Second point, the market is kept below a resistance level by the big players. If they were not there, the market, if there is so much demand about a share or any other commodity or currency, if there is so much demand, then it should keep going up. But they are particularly kept below a level by the big players, market makers, whatever you name them. Some people call them agents. That's also correct. So the price of a stock is kept, or any other instrument is kept below a level by the big players. So when they are breaching that zone, they are not breaching to lose the money. When they are breaching when they are breaching such level, they are doing it so they can take it much higher. So when the price is coming down, they'll start buying more. The big investors, they are not there to close their positions. As soon as the market comes down again, they'll start buying again. So these are the two reasons. And usually above so let me clear all this. So what happens is, also everyone, those who are selling here, will have their stop loss somewhere right here. So as soon as the market starts moving, it will move even faster, because all those stop loss will be taken out. So these are the two reasons why the support will act as a resistance. Same happens for support becoming resistance. So we have a movement like this. Now everyone in the market knows that this is resistance and this is support. So now the next time market comes here, people wants to sell, and the market goes down, people want to buy. So let's say the market does something like this. It even makes a bullish candle. It even makes a hammer candle here. Now everyone is buying, and the market went up because everyone is buying. But it will not go much up because the market makers are not buying, and the stock goes only till here and then it comes down. Now everyone who bought here at these levels thinking this as a support are trapped. And what the retail investors are doing, they want to get out as quick as possible. So what they will do is, as soon as the market starts coming back, they'll exit their position and sell the share. So now the price will again go down, and the big players who want to close their positions will also get an opportunity to sell at higher levels. So they'll sell too. So the market will come down. Now when I say that, uh, sometimes I also say that you can trade one level only once. The reason behind this is that once the market came down and now it is coming back up, so this level is not so important anymore because all the weak players have already exited the positions. So the chance of this support acting as a resistance is less. It may still act, but the chance is less now. So this is the basic concept behind the support becoming resistance and resistance becoming support. And there is one more point. If the market came down, let's for example, or up anyway, it doesn't matter, and we have this sideways movement, and then it is breaking out, that means all these sideways market, the big players were accumulating. So unless we have a breakout, now a lot of people ask me that how to know that a period is accumulation or distribution. We can't know this. It is not possible. We can only know when there is a break of resistance or a break of support. When there is a break of support, we know that this was distribution. And when the breakout is towards if the resistance is broken, then we get to know that this accumulation period was, this sideways period was for accumulation, and the big players were buying. So they are aggressively pushing the market upside. So what happens is, when they have accumulated for buying and they want to take the market higher, they won't let the market come down again. So if there is some selling pressure from the people trapped behind, even if the market comes down, they'll take it up again higher because the accumulation has been done and the market has to go up. And the dip is also because the market wants to get rid of the weak hands and those who are trapped here. So they'll let everyone exit, everyone will close their position, while the market makers will take the market again higher. So this is the concept behind support becoming resistance. So I have this UPL chart behind me, and I wanted to just show you this. So this is the daily chart, and I want to particularly highlight this level. First we had this resistance, which then acted as a support. Then we have a resistance, which then acted as a support here and here and also here. And so this is the basic concept, that everyone who sold there, thinking that this is a resistance point. When the market is coming up, they want to exit their position, or all the person who sold their position will now have to exit by buying. So when the market came down, it went up again, and it remained in this sideways channel. Then we had a breakout to the top, and let me zoom in, and then you can see we had a small dip, and this big green candle, the resistance acted as a support. Then we had this big bullish move. And one thing everyone must remember, that market has perfect memory. Even if such level exists from 10 years back, the market will react to it once for sure. Market doesn't forget. Even if it is a 20-year-old level, market will remember it for sure, no doubt. So then we had this move, and the market came down again. Now this resistance acted as a support again and again and again. And finally, we had this breakdown at this candle, and then we had this big down move. So this is why, instead of telling people to sell at resistance, this is sell, this is buy, this is resistance, and this is support. So instead of telling to sell at resistance, always, all my charts, my trading style itself is a breakout trade. So I always tell to let the resistance be broken, and then we buy here, because this move is done by the big players, and even if the market comes down, the people trapped will start exiting, making the price go up, and the big players are also taking the market higher. So I hope this concept of support becoming resistance is clear. In the upcoming, so we have completed, this will be the 4th video. So in the 5th video, we will talk about patterns, other patterns. So we have completed trend line, and we have completed support and resistance. In the next video, we'll talk about some other patterns. Then in the further video, we will talk about volume. In the 6th video. In the 7th video, we will talk about volume profile. And then I think everything which I use in the technical analysis will be completed. And then from then onwards, we will start talking about the strategy that I use and openly share as well. So hope you have a good day, and thank you.